Earl the Pearl, what's good?
What's good, man?
What up, though?
Good, I'm good, I'm good, man. Just studying right now.
Man, what you want to comment on?
Man, man, I just want to say thanks for the heads up, man. Just with the nursing school, man. You had just one of your previous videos, you had just gave out a couple of pointers that really just helped me. So now I'm kind of like I'm actually seeing why I kind of broke up with my girl before I went to nursing school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, let me say this, man. Why'd you break up with her? What was going on?
man, it was just some funny stuff in the air, man. I was like, man, the season changing. And I was listening to, I was soaking up some game of your videos, and man, I know you quote like Kevin Samuels a lot,
Mm.
and so man, I was like, man, I was like, if I got to make this commitment, man, I can't have, she cannot be a distraction to me. And so, man, I'm so glad that I did, man, because I mean,
You
I
got
would not,
kids?
just a daughter. I have a daughter.
Did she have kids?
Mm, who? My
Your
daughter?
girl. Your
Oh, my
girl.
girl. Oh, yes, she did. She
How
did.
many kids she have?
She had two.
Ooh.
And so,
Ooh.
yeah.
Well,
And
how
so,
many dudes?
no, just same dude. Same dude. She was,
Same dude.
yeah,
Oh, she was married? Okay, well that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
better.
She was married. So, I'm so glad that I did, though, man, because I was, you know, it's like everything kind of like how like something like leave your life in the season.
For sure.
Something better just blew in and just started, everything started to make sense. And
Hmm.
so, man, I just want to say just thanks for that, CJ. I appreciate, man. I appreciate what you do, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. So let me ask you. So, are you in school right now?
Yes, I'm in currently school right now to be an LPN.
That's what's up, bro. So, like, how many? So, when did you start? What month did you start?
So last year I ended up having to withdraw for
Okay.
for
Okay.
that same reason with dealing with her. And so this year I ended up reapplying and going back, and then been in it for like we just finishing our first little month. And so, everything's going good. Like, our grades is like one of the highest in the class, and man, just feeling just confident because I
Beautiful.
think initially when I went there, man, it had kind of got me down. But then when I ended up making that I think you was talking about it was like like nursing school is extremely jealous. If you know what I know you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
so it's
She want to be your main chick, man. She don't want. She don't. You can't put nursing school like nursing school wants to be number one in your life, bro. She don't care about your kids, your family, your girl, nothing. And
Mhm.
it's rough, man. So I'm glad, man. I'm glad to hear this, bro. How long you got left?
So man, this is it's a year program, so I think we got like 9 months, and
Okay.
so I'm kind of I'm grinding out like I'm very confident, man. Like I got a test tomorrow, so it's kind of just pray for me there.
Oh,
But
for sure. We almost there.
yeah,
Everybody
everything.
in the chat. I need everybody in the chat to get some praying hands from for our homie Earl the Pearl here, man. Shout out to Earl and wish him well on his test tomorrow. But yeah, man, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you going in the right direction. How old are you, Earl?
So I'm 30.
30.
Starting 30.
That's what's up. You getting it in at a good age. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got your
exactly, man. And so I was just getting so much over because I'm one of the youngest in the class, and that kind of shocked me. I'm like, dang, One is I went to a different nursing school, the one that my one out somebody had kind of like suggested because I kind of had my mind made up, but one thing I'm learning about nursing school is that you got to be coachable.
oh
Like
yeah.
you have to be coachable, man. So
Put
you
your
know
ego to the side, bro.
exactly, and so that's something that I actually had to work on to even get into nursing school. And so,
Facts.
and that's why I was saying, like, when I got there, it kind of matched up. Like, I'm like, okay, man, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, like that because it consumes your life. Like, it don't stop when you get out of class. You got 2 or 3 hours with whatever. And so, and you really got like, I had so much respect for nurses, but like, this kind of like intensified it. I'm like, damn. from
Mm.
being a CNA and then going to nursing school, you see that difference. Is like, no, you got to eat, sleep, and live this shit. Like,
Real talk. That's real
know.
talk. Let me ask you this now. Are you like are you the only guy in the class?
I am the only African American in the class. I am.
Okay. You only African. So what about the only male? Are you the only male in the class?
There's only two more, and they are African.
They African. Okay.
Yeah,
They African. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah,
So the ladies, how
yeah.
the ladies treating you in the class?
They love me, man. I try to help when I can, and just try to, and I think the biggest thing I had to learn is like, I always been a smart student. But
Uh-huh.
nursing school, the challenge in nursing school with me right now is like, okay, I got to keep I kind of got to lead the group and kind of like, spur on the group because, it's that, it's getting them to keep, to build that confidence because, I feel like, a lot of the women are coming to a self actualization.
Mm,
And so, and they coming to, like, I know the girl that I sit by, I was trying to be just honest with her, like, I said, well, no, when you leave here, you gonna be the bad. You gonna, you gonna look, you gonna be wearing the pants. And so, and it ain't gonna be no 50-50 split. So, you gotta live in that reality right
mm.
now. And so, I was telling her that, and I think she kind of like spurred on to go straight into a bridge program. They kind of like they try to like encourage you to go on.
Uh-huh.
And so, and that's what I was telling her, like, I said, I'm full blooded with this shit. Like, I gotta, I'm trying to get the bag and move on. Like, I'm trying to do my cruise and everything, because, you
For
know,
sure, man. That's man,
and,
I'm
and,
so
and,
happy,
and
bro.
trying to shape her mind and trying to just shape their mind and mold their mind. Like, your life don't change. And so, and I think that was just, that has been the but you know what? This is what I learned. Like, you can't complain. Like nurse school said, you can't complain about the work that you didn't put in.
Facts.
And it's showing me that on that scale. Like, you're gonna get what you get.
That's a
And,
whole fact, bro.
yeah,
And that's what I be trying to, break down in the videos, man, because a lot of people will sit up and complain about the work they not even doing. And you know what's crazy too, bro? Like even people that's already nurses, like they don't I see so many nurses who just don't want to work. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Especially like with the opportunity they got. And I was talking to my homeboy Ray Jones. I'm saying his name like you know him, but I
Yeah.
was talking to my homeboy Ray. He used to come on the show and everything like that. He used to tell me like, "Yo, do you know?" Because I'm telling you one thing. Like, what was your job before becoming? Well, what was your current job?
Okay, I was working at Amazon for a minute.
Me too. Okay.
And I was doing like that shit. It didn't work out. And I ended up collecting unemployment, but I ended up going to then I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna take this medical shit kind of seriously now, because
Right.
the girl who I really wanted to be with, she was already kind of like spurring me on, like to try to drop the major that I was in, and because I started off with nursing, but then I was like, shit, I don't know if I really, this could lead to me being a physician assistant, but it could not be. And then the nurse that LPN option like was available, and I kind of didn't jump on it like when I wanted to. Like I would say like around like 25 ish. And I said, and I was like, you know what, I got to make a real detailed plan to get this shit done.
And you
And
doing
so,
it at the perfect time, bro, because
yeah,
like it's so many people eating. But I had asked you what you did earlier because I was talking to my homeboy and I remember at Amazon when I was working there, I was getting 15 an hour,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
Something like that. Bro, the reality shift that you have when you go from making $15 an hour to walking in the door, depending on what state, but to walking in the door making $28 an hour, 29, $30 an hour.
yeah.
I was making at my last job, I was making around $34 an hour. And my dog was like, bro, you know what I would do for 34 an hour, nigga? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And then so sometimes like we gotta reality check ourselves because a lot of us are in phenomenal positions and sometimes we forget it. You dig?
Yeah, you're really right, man. because I was just I felt like I was blessed to be a to get my state boards done before the pandemic.
Right.
But then, looking at that bag, like I was like, oh shit. I said, oh man, I felt so like I felt stupid for postponing like nursing school. And I'm like, man, because them pay rates there, nurses was eating, and so
What state you in? You ain't got to say the city, but what state you in?
I'm in Tennessee.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I'm in Tennessee, so I ended up coming. I was in Michigan though. I ended up coming down here for nursing school because um, just in a situation of wanting to get it done fast because you know and then it was so funny because I'm pretty sure you know about the future for frontliners like
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so it was kind of like tripping about that, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and hop on this little whatever with this little CNA, and so can that kind of would set me up to get what I need to get done. And it was funny because in Michigan, like there is a very place is a place where it's like the economy is not like it is in different states, and so
Mm-hmm.
um, I was blessed and fortunate enough to buy Impala in Michigan and drive down here, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what I ended up learning that from this CNA that was there about about having that cushion, that nest egg in the bank. And I think like that had turned everything around for me, like because like you saying, coming from that background of making $15 an hour and being limited, like are
It's gonna
you gonna
change the world, bro. It's
yeah.
gonna change your
And
world.
so like being a tech in 4 months, I was just able to just I was able just to to just run up a bag real fast. And so
Mm.
that had changed my whole perception, CJ. I'm like, man, I said, man, I was able to work 62 hours, 65 hours. You
And
know, 'cause-
see, and this
yeah,
that's a you sound like a hustler. So like that this is a
yeah,
hustler's paradise. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
bad.
And like I be looking at some nurses crazy sometimes when they be like, "Nah, I be just trying to do one day a week, 2 days a week." And no,
Woo, man, that's the shit, bro. Hey, can I say, like, bro, come like that shit that kind of burned my ass. I'm like, oh my god, like what was I doing before? Like, like,
man,
like when I started touching, I'm like, man, I couldn't even. I'm like, what, man? I'm like, bro, like being able to be told, like, okay, like, you're gonna work 40 hours this week and you through, and doing that for like a year or two, and then going into that, you like, damn, like you can't even compare. It's like apples or oranges and shit.
bro, like and it's crazy because it becomes an addiction almost because like when I did so last night I did a 12-hour shift and I had a 4-hour orientation for 20 straight hours I'm getting money. So I get home, you know what I'm saying? And then, I keep all the apps on my phone, everything going off, shifts popping. It's like, man, dang, I could just go in and get this quick little 500 real quick. And it ain't gonna kill me or nothing like that. But then sometimes you just gotta rest and chill and get your rest. But I'm telling you, bro, it's a hustler's paradise. So let me ask you this before you go, man.
Yeah,
If you could give any advice, since you a brother, if you
yeah.
could give any advice to any of the brothers out there that's thinking about going to school, can you just give us some insight? And you have already, but can you just give us a little bit more insight on what it's like, what nursing school is like right now in 2023, for any brothers that's thinking about getting into it? You know what I'm saying? Can you just shed some light on that?
I would just say like, I'm not even, I wouldn't even say I'm not even like like pretty much a quarter way through, and it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Like, it's scary. Like to me, like, I was somebody who was kind of hard to buy into it myself because I'm looking at it like it's a scam, but it's definitely worth it. It showed, I would say it showed me a lot about myself. I
Mhm.
actually grew as a man in it, and,
Mm,
and I kind of, and it kind of answered a lot of questions for me as a brother. Like, okay, like I was saying, that self actualization part was like kind of big for me, and and it showed me, and I know like nursing is gonna give me the tools that I need to actually travel the world and and experience life, outside of America.
Yeah.
And
Are you a
and I just
passport, bro? Are you a
man,
passport, bro?
man, actually, man, it's a couple foreign chicks in my class right now, man. So,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
it's you know, I think that I don't know, like, I mean, I'm not in a situation like that. I
Right.
try to keep it strictly, strictly focused on the class, but
Right. Yeah.
I
Worry about
can already see, like I know certain countries are showing the brothers love like a lot, but I come from a chocolate city, so I definitely got love for. I still got love for my sisters at home,
for
but
sure. For
I,
sure.
I understand, but like I said, like going through that whole change, because CJ, I would just tell people like life is just about perception. It's really just about how you see
Facts.
it, and
Facts.
so and so when you get to see when you being in the medical field period has allowed me to see life through other people's lenses, and so I
Man.
would definitely tell somebody that it's definitely worth it. The money is there. Like I ain't even a nurse yet now. And it
Right.
has just like I was like, man, I'm just eating all. I had like a check full of just and like I would say like I had a check full of incentives and bonuses, and then it was just gravy. Like
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to
yeah,
tell. I be trying. So I'm trying to tell them. So let one more thing, man. I just like because I get a lot of dudes that hit me up, man, in the email and in the DMs, and you will be surprised how many dudes will not go to nursing school because of a girl. And I'm so glad that you called and you mentioned that you had to break up with your lady. So can you just give some advice to the guy that that may think they want to lead a chick, or that probably need to lead a chick just to better their life, and tell them not, if they should be scared. It's plenty of girls out there. You in a class with a bunch of girls. I'm sure a lot of them is cute and everything like that. Do they have anything to worry about, Earl?
nothing at all. Nothing. When you get there, you understand like nothing at all. It has, and I think it's like it's really like this. Like I call the ego the Egyptian god of oppression.
Mm,
When you put your ego aside, when you put that idol right where it need to be, you end up like I say you start vibrating on a different level, man. Like and I would just say like something like a door is open for you, and
facts.
and it's like that's like the best way I can explain it, because it's a certain energy, a certain aura, but but like I said, is you got to put that idol aside, and so it like and I think like nursing has afforded that whole that because how can I say it's like this like when I left her, like my chick, she was a real bad bitch. Like she looked good. Like I wanted to marry. Like not real. Like I wanted to marry this. Be like, oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. But I like when I knew how this was gonna come at a price. But
Uh,
like I'm definitely seeing like I'm so but like I said, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Like because like I feel like now that I'm in it, it's kind of like I kind of like you get to the point like don't talk to me until you done type shit, and so
mhm.
and that's what I ended up learning. Like like I said, life is about perception. You know, I'm in class right now with some guys who who's from like like I think they from like somewhere in Africa, and they Muslim, but we had like we have been brainwashed, bro, in that sense, like to believe some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I would just tell somebody, like, in my case, I listened to somebody and went head first into it. Like, my boss, she was I think she was a nurse practitioner. She was a nurse practitioner in Michigan. She just told me just to go straight for that shit. Don't even think about it. Like,
Don't
and
even
that
think
was,
about it. Just do it. At least I be trying
yeah,
to tell brothers at the very least, get your LPN, man, because you can straight up change the way you live.
yeah, bro.
For sure, for sure. And then like do not fellas, listen to what Earl trying to tell you. Do not worry about no girlfriend while you trying to upgrade your life.
Exactly, bro. It's not even. Oh my god. When I tell you, like, bro, when you like I said, I learned something being in there. I learned something with women, man. And then
What I
like
be telling y'all fellas, if you want to know women, go to nursing school or work at a nursing home at night. I'm trying to tell you,
exactly.
I learned every part of a female nature through going to nursing school on my mama.
And I feel like I feel like every man should though. Every woman,
Absolutely.
every man should try to learn the opposite sex as best as they can.
Yep.
And so because because it showed because it really showed me like it really showed me this, CJ. Like as you saying, like I learned that about myself. Like I'm a hustling ass motherfucker.
Yep.
Like I got to go get it. Like I got to have it.
Got to have it.
Yeah, I got to have it. And and it made me grow comfortable with that. Like
Yep.
because I kind of felt like I felt like my ego was kind of trying to say like, do you think you stuck up? You think you can see it? You think you this, you that? And I'm like, nah. It's just like I say like this with this PlayStation 5, I got it. Shit, you know. I waited on it. I ain't get it when it first came out, but it's like, no, I got to have it. I got my hand. I got to touch it. I got to hustle and get it.
You might as well kiss that PlayStation goodbye.
Right?
Because you might as well that's out of here. Because once you start working and hustling, like I got a PS4 that
Yeah.
I probably played literally maybe about 10 times since I've had it.
And that's what I'm learning with this motherfucking PlayStation 5, CJ.
I'm telling you,
I'm
bro,
married now. I'm like, man,
kiss
I
that
bought this
goodbye.
shit. I'm not even using it, man. Like,
You might as well kiss that. That is a wasted investment. I ain't no, let me not say it's wasted because when I'm ready to play it, it's there. But
yeah,
you might as well just be like, because once you start getting to the money for real, when you start working, bro, you just be like, you be on autopilot. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? 60 hours, 60-hour gang is what I call it. Like, I'm not trying to work no less than 60 hours, bro. Just stack that bread. And I'm telling you, bro, stack you to at least 10K as quick as possible. That's what I'm doing right now, getting that 5 figures popping because I'm telling
'Cause,
you,
that's what I love. And like before I leave, like, did you go by? Did you make an extravagant purchase when you first got out of nursing school, or was it
first, man, I spent my first check on the rent. I got
Mhm.
fired. I got fired from Amazon and rent was coming up. So I was I ain't really buy nothing crazy, but like now, you know what I'm saying? I do my trips and again, you know what I'm saying? Your first year, whatever, do what you gonna do, man. Have you some fun, everything like that. Cause that's what I did. But like now, I'm gonna still have my fun, but I'm still stacking my bread up because we don't want to do this forever. We want to figure out how to flip our money and make our money
Exactly,
work for us. You know what I'm saying? Because
right,
I don't want to be no nurse for 40 years. That's not me. You dig?
exactly, bro.
I want
Exactly,
to in and get out while I feel like it. So,
exactly.
but
Cause
yeah,
that's
man.
why, yeah, and that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Cause I just wanted to know. I was like, man, shit. I said, man, instead of making like, cause I like with material shit, I'm like, yeah, I could want that whip. I do want that house, but that financial goal, like you said, that 10, that 5, that 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K savings is
Man,
that cushion is just like
it's gonna be crazy because you're gonna be so comfortable. And it's not gonna be to the sense to where comfortable to where you become lazy, but it's just a good peace of mind knowing that if my car break down, I got it. If my mama need $1,000, I got it. If
yeah,
my girl needs something, I got it. You got a daughter. If your daughter want to take dance and ballet lessons or something like that, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
you're not gonna even miss it. And that's what I be trying to tell people. So that's the beautiful thing about it. And I just showed these glasses. I'm the fake jewelry king. So uh, these Ray
You got
Bans,
that Ocho Cinco vibe, like
yes, sir. I got these Ray Bans from Mexico, from Cancun at this place called Mr. Sancho's, $22, something like that. I
mm,
got my right here. I got my Louis wallet right here.
mm,
He tried to charge me like $60, $70 for it. I said, nigga, please. I'll give you 30 for it. Gave me 30
right.
for it. People can't tell the difference. Ain't nobody looking anyway. But I'm just that's just me though. Now, if that's what you into, then do what
Oh
you want.
yeah, bro. I'm big. I like the Cartiers. That's my thing.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll get some fake buffs in a minute. Quick.
exactly,
I
exactly. That's my thing.
But man, Earl, I appreciate you calling up here, bro. Please keep in touch with me, man. Let me know. Matter of fact, shoot me an email, send me your number, man, and we could just chop it up on some homie stuff, man. So I could just keep tabs on your journey, man, and just keep
Okay.
encouraged and everything, bro. CJKyles90 at gmail.com, man.
You
Please.
said CJ Cows 90.
CJKyles90 at gmail.com, man. We could just chop
Okay.
it up and we could just keep in
All
touch, bro.
right. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, man. I'm gonna get off this arm, man.
All right,
Keep
man.
doing what you're doing, CJ.
Yeah,
God
man. Good
bless.
luck on your test. We're gonna say a prayer for you tonight, bro. That you do
Mhm.
well on your test. I know you're gonna do good, man. I'm gonna holler at you in a little bit.
All right. Most definitely.
All right, peace.